Presenting on TreeKeeper 8 will be Jim Kozak. Take it away, Jim.
Okay, thank you, Justin. So when I was asked to give an update on TreeKeeper 8, I thought it would be interesting to start by bringing a little bit of a historical perspective to the presentation. So to immerse myself in the task, I began searching through some archival photos, and as I was looking through the photos, it occurred to me that although these tools look dated to us now, it's important to remember that they were cutting-edge technology at the time that they were in use. So looking through the photos, I came across this slide, and after clearing away the cobwebs and dust, I thought to myself, I can't believe that this is what our software used to look like 3 months ago. On Arbor Day of 2017, we released the TreeKeeper 8 software, and today we're going to review TreeKeeper's 8 functionality through the lens of improvements over earlier iterations of the software. I wanted to review really quickly the goals of TreeKeeper 8, which was to create one convenient, easy-to-use interface that contains all of the tools to fit our clients' needs, to leverage new technology for the benefit of our clients, and to create a modern platform for future development. So a couple of these things we're going to focus on today, but additionally we're going to be talking a little bit about some of the topics that we're going to be covering are going to be client feedback related topics. So what TreeKeeper 8 does better, and again, these are some things that I've received in terms of feedback from the clients as well as what we planned for the software. So a responsive design. The TreeKeeper 8 system will basically shrink or grow to fit the hardware that you're working on, whether it's a desktop computer, a laptop computer, a tablet, or a smartphone. I've received feedback from our clients that the consistency of the interface across all of the devices and across all of the tools is something that's very beneficial. So for example, historically, the TreeKeeper interface was one type of interface, but if you wanted to use TreeKeeper Mobile, you'd have to learn a different interface, and My TreeKeeper learn a third interface. The TreeKeeper 8 interface covers all three historically modular components of the TreeKeeper suite, but you have one consistent interface across all three. The system was really designed to have an intuitive flow, and that's also feedback that I've received from the clients that have received TreeKeeper 8. They love the flow of the data finding sites, calls, work history, work reporting, or work order functionality. And then also, having cross-facility functionality, basically inline, being able to switch directly from, let's say, a street tree facility to a park tree facility, all in the same search interface. So some of the things that the TreeKeeper that we've improved since the last technology presentation are the permissions management. So this is one of the things that has improved. And under permissions management, we have user-level granular facility permissions. So this would be, an example of this would be if there's two departments in a city, for example, running TreeKeeper, a street tree department and a park tree department. The park tree user can log directly into the park tree facility. They may be able to view the street trees, but they have no access option, a view access option, or an edit access option. And so that adds a lot of flexibility to the system for an entity that has different departments to be able to use the system. We've added restricted contractor access. So an example of this would be if a forester were using several contractors in the city, they may not want contractor A to be able to view contractor B's work and vice versa. So the management of that is in the system now, as well as guest level edit rights. So historically, guests have never been able to edit data. Now the system allows for the possibility of that. One of the improvements that we've made that sort of was a long time coming was the detachable site grid. And I kind of took this screenshot from my desk because in addition to the filterable, sortable detachable site grid. You can also undock it, and if you're using two monitors, you're able to be working with the data completely in one screen and the map interface completely in a separate screen. But those are also attached, and they're linked. There's been quite a few improvements to reporting. There's dashboard reporting, which utilizes custom views, and those can involve cross-facility reports that are basically at-a-glance reports that we can set up, as well as reports in the TreeKeeper system historically were not editable. And so now we have editable reports, so if you create a report and you want to tweak that report, you're able to make modifications to the report and save it. Also, reports have restricted visibility. So for example, if you want to create a report only visible to you or only visible to administrators, you have that ability. And as well as in your reports, you have the ability to filter columns and arrange columns and view the data in that way and export it as well. I wanted to talk a little bit about our deployment. Basically, our plan for deploying the TreeKeeper 8 is good. It's going really well. Our process is to build the systems, to run them through two QC/QA process actually. Then there's a client notification process and scheduling of an intro overview. So all of the clients that are using TreeKeeper 7, as they migrate over to TreeKeeper 8, they're receiving notifications as well as intro overviews, formal introductions to the software from the services department. Also, as the diagram illustrates, as we deliver the software to the clients, we're receiving client feedback at the same time, and software services and R&D are working closely to on the deployment of the software. So I wanted to cover a little bit about client feedback as well. The client feedback has largely been positive. Comments have been that we love the modern look. They love the consistent interface across devices. One of the things that's interesting that we didn't actually plan for is that the searching is so easy and intuitive that searching in many instances is replacing the need for reports. So the reporting capability that's in the system is really great, but also basically your site searches, call searches, work searches are replacing reporting in a lot of instances. So now I'm going to forward to the next slide, which Amanda Collins will report on upcoming functionality. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. At this point, TreeKeeper 8, we're running two parallel development efforts. We want to focus on continuation and what we call TreeKeeper 8 Superstars. On the continuation track, we're going to keep adding in more TreeKeeper 7 functionality. In the near future, we're going to work on fleshing out user management and adding work and call attributes into the report builder. Additionally, we'll keep fixing bugs that arise and are brought to us. But as more and more clients come on board with TreeKeeper 8, we're getting some great feedback over on the development team as well. We've noticed that we hear a lot of, I want things to stay the way I put them. So we're starting to look at user level preferences, or profiles as we like to call them. We'll start with 3 features. In the filters, admin will be able to save for themselves, for admin only, or for everyone. Other user levels can save personal filters. So clearance contractor can save a search for completed work records that are assigned to his crew, and Arnie Arborist won't be able to see it when he logs in. The results grids that show up when you search will automatically remember column visibility and order. And on the map, we're going to look at custom styles per user custom styles and having the system remember layer visibility preferences. The sky is the limit with these profiles, and we will keep adding to the functionality as we get more feedback from the clients. We've also had requests for the ability to search a specific attribute in the system without having to open the search panel. We've done some preliminary research to see if we can build an ever-present quick lookup that will do an autocomplete search on anything in the system. So the user can put in anything from a site ID to a caller name, and they'll be directed to the right place in the system. A feature like this requires us to dig through all the data in the system in real time to return updated results to the user. This is something that can be taxing to a system, but our research has been promising and we plan to start development on this soon.